So I'm just gonna talk a little candidly. There goes the postman about bringing a product to market. It's pretty interesting bringing a product to market. It's a cool feeling. I remember the first time I brought Sleep Minerals to market. I was like, wow, like I'm bringing this to market. I'm gonna be running ads, putting my face behind this, showing this to the world, and it was just like it's kind of like it's like putting yourself out there. It's like asking a girl on a date. You're like, do you want to go on a date with me? Like, do you want my product? And I mean, saying do you want my product can be a little bit like taking your penis out on the date, but it's kind of what it's like. It's like, do you want it? And like the world's like, not really, but it can feel that way. So for me, so once I released Sleep Minerals, I basically, there's like a ton of people trying to get out of the high school. But once I released Sleep Minerals, I had a bunch of initial interest in Sleep Minerals, and then I was like, okay, so what people really want though is like a line of supplements. Like people want a line of supplements that are additive free, high quality, and formulated well. So that is what I went off and made. I made a whole line of supplements. But the key difference between what I did with Sleep Minerals and what I did with I'm gonna do with my line of supplements now is basically gonna be the complexity of my marketing and how much I'm going to spend on my marketing. So for Sleep Minerals, I didn't spend as much on the marketing because I didn't have an entire line of supplements. So I was basically trying to convince people that, I'm just trying to find an opening to go. I was trying to convince people that what they needed were supplements without magnesium stearate, without brown rice flour, without rice bran, without cellulose, without all these just industrial waste additives that they stick in these things to make them cheaper to manufacture. Just burping. But I was doing that, and I didn't yet have an entire line of supplements to sell people. I mean, I was literally like making my own supplements by hand at this point, and I wasn't necessarily making these supplements available to everyone else. So I'm like, okay, like if I'm going to like advertise myself as someone who's helping people, and like I am someone who's helping people, but I'm advertising myself as someone who's helping people too, and there's kind of this interesting paradox in advertising when you're like actually trying to help people and you're advertising yourself as someone who's trying to help people. It's like if I'm just trying to help you and I'm like selling you something that's high quality, I could be allowing you to realize that it's high quality and I don't have to say anything. But if I'm specifically saying like, look guys, this issue that I was having, this insomnia problem that I was having was because of these additives in supplements and my reaction to these additives and supplements, and I can say to people like, you should be taking supplements without these additives in them because these additives are harmful, and I'm not making available all of the supplements I personally take without additives. Like I already take them without additives because I make them myself, but I'm not going the extra step of the way to make those available. It just feels a little crappy. So I was like, I put Sleep Minerals out there, and then it had positive response, and I'm like, okay, I could pump the advertising behind this, but it just seems a little shitty because I'm like, yes, here's one supplement that you need, but I'm not gonna give you the rest of them. Like, I just feel like some kind of cartoon villain type character, because it's like, I'm just saying like, hey, like you need to not consume this stuff, and I'm just not, like, it literally, whether or not I know that I'm like helping people by making this available, like it just kind of, it would just irritate me. Like if I were someone who was gonna buy from me and that was what happened, like I'd be irritated. I'd be like, okay man, you convinced me, like I shouldn't be taking this stuff. So where do I buy the stuff that I should be taking? And it's like, it doesn't exist for you. It's like, so I felt like that would be silly of me to do. So made the whole line of supplements available for everyone else, and now gonna be like packing them, bottling them, and selling them in the coming weeks. You're gonna see my online presence blow up. You're gonna see me probably develop like an Instagram presence, Instagram ads, Google, like probably just like Google sponsored, like making it available and Google sponsored and stuff. But really like putting this out there for people, and it's like, I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit, like, I'm gonna be going to like events and like talking to people, seeing about like people interested at events. Like, I'm gonna be doing everything they talk about on Shark Tank to sell this stuff. Like when they say like, you got a great product, but you don't want to go pound the pavement and actually like sell this thing, I'm gonna be doing that. Like, I'm gonna be actually going out there and selling this thing. And like at some level, it's kind of embarrassing to admit as a business owner, because I'm like, like, it's like, shouldn't I have like my trained team of like sales ninjas already ready to go sell this thing for me, so I don't have to get up off my butt and actually go do the hard labor of selling this? And it's not hard labor. I mean, this is like what I realized, because I've done hard labor sales. Like, that's like selling health coaching is hard labor sales. Like, that's like hard. Like, you gotta, because you're trying to get people to make massive lifestyle changes when you're selling health coaching. So when I was doing that, like, I was like, yes, we're gonna change every part of your life, and not only that, but you'll be spending more on food. You got to prepare it yourself, and all your friends and family will think you're crazy. I mean, I didn't say that, but it's like, that's kind of like what they, because I'm like, I was doing like health coaching, like people with like serious insomnia, so I'd be like trying to get them on a carnivore elimination diet off the bat, because that's one of the best things to do if you can't sleep. But they don't want to hear that, so they're just like what? I have to what? Like, it's not like they would literally be asking me like, what's the magic pill? And I'm like, there is no magic pill. In fact, you have to make all your own supplements. But even then, they only do part of the work. It's like, the whole pain in the butt. So I've done hard sales and I've done easy sales, and the thing is, I'm finally getting to that point in wisdom where I've stopped fighting where the water wants to go naturally. It's like, people buy supplements. People already buy supplements. I buy supplements. I spend tons of money on supplements. I spend more money on supplements than anyone I know. So I know supplements. I believe in supplements, and I'm very educated in chemistry and everything. So like, I know that people aren't going to believe less in supplements as they learn. They're going to believe more in supplements. So I believe in supplements. I take supplements. I buy supplements. People have bought supplements for hundreds of years. Like, okay, supplements. I'm not trying to get anyone to change like a dramatic trend in human behavior. It's all just pretty run-of-the-mill. It's like supplements. I mean, people have been like literally selling supplements, like herbal supplements, for thousands of years. Gelatin capsule supplements are hundreds of years old. I think like 120 years old or so at least. People have been doing gelatin capsule supplements. So it's not going anywhere. It's pretty, and even like phones. I think phones are a really cool piece of technology. Like this, like, whoa. But the phone is kind of like a magician's scrying glass. Like, even with the cell phone, you're not asking people to really engage in a different behavior, because like the phone was already in the collective unconscious. That's why I don't think Google Glass, like the glasses, will take off, because I don't think that like people actually want something attached to their face that you forget you're wearing, because it just isn't anywhere in the collective unconscious. Like Black Mirror, the show Black Mirror, which is like a screen as a black mirror. A black mirror was a magician's scrying glass. They've talked about them for thousands of years. Yeah, like it's fulfilled the prophecy. So unless there's some like prophecy or cultural artifact around something, I think it's fairly hard to get people to actually engage in the behavior to change. Not impossible. I mean, I had a kettlebell club that I'm actually gonna probably try to revive. as a part of this, just because it was cool. Like, people were doing all this stuff in the kettlebell group, and like it was legitimately awesome. Like, I was getting people like into doing kettlebells and stuff, and like I think that there's a place for groups and communities in lifestyle change, but I'm not gonna try to sell lifestyle change. I'm just like, I'll just make that available to people because it's just kind of cool to just make the training means available and like help people get healthier. Because it also makes them easier, better, stronger to resist government corruption. So that's the main reason I started Week to Warrior in the first place. So yeah, there's like a lot that goes into like bringing a product to market. So I'm just going to be like pumping money into ads, which is like losing money. Like, I'm basically just going to be like losing money until people buy enough to like, because you basically make the money up from the ad spend and repeat customers. So basically it's gonna be like losing money, going out, driving around, talking to people, making some new fancy business cards for myself, and just letting people know what I've done and what I've created. And like, I feel nervous, but it's like excitement though. I'm just sharing that. Like, I have this little like, I'm like, I gotta start selling. Like, literally, you can kind of tell. Like, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. I just interpret the nervousness as excitement. I'm like, gonna do this. Yeah, like, it's cool. It's cool. It's just like, and I'm using Scrum frameworks now, so it's a lot easier to actually plan the sprints out, so I can really be more effective at marketing this and at product creation, actually like manufacturing the stuff too, which is nice. So yeah, it's a cool feeling bringing a product to market. It's like a baby. It's like we have a piano recital and stuff. It's a little different though, because like I also like have like my family's been supporting me through like my recent health crisis and stuff, and through the recent health crisis as well. I missed a term. But through the recent health crisis as well, I've been like developing this supplement line because, again, I believe in supplements, and I can't take anything on the market that has magnesium stearate, cellulose, rice bran, rice flour, hypermellulose, cellulose powder, whatever else they think of, D-alpha-testosterol acetate, all that stuff. I can't take any of that, so I need to make my own supplements. So, and I'm even going to take that further in the future and actually synthesize all the compounds from scratch so I can guarantee a high degree of purity. So I just took a U-turn, which I hope was not an illegal U-turn in front of that cop, but we will see if he pulls me over, because that would be something, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I just don't know if it was an illegal U-turn. I mean, I was told to take a U-turn by the, that'd be fun. I guess I get pulled over on camera then. I was told to take a U-turn via the GPS. So we'll see. We'll see. He's behind me now, so we're gonna see if he's gonna decide to pull me over. He hasn't decided to pull me over yet, though. So it's all seems good to me. But basically, though, it's making me nervous now. It's like I just like am I gonna have to find somewhere to pull over? Probably not, because I don't think he's gonna get in the highway. I think I'm gonna have the opportunity to get in the highway. He's probably just running my plate and shit and being like, is there anything this guy had? Like, is there anything I can pull this guy over for? I don't know. But he's directly behind me though, so he might be pulling on the highway as well. So I'm just getting on the highway. He's probably gonna get in the highway too. He's getting on the highway. We're both on the highway together. It is a fun time. So yeah, bringing a product to market. Like, I really believe in it though, and that's really the fun part of product creation for me, is like, you get the product that you really, really believe in, and then because you really believe in the product, you don't, no, so he's not pulling me over, he's going past me. So that's nice. Oh, he's a statey too, so he could have pulled me over on the highway. Huh. Anyway, but yeah, it's like I created something that I ultimately, a whole line of products that I take myself, and that's really what gives me the confidence to take it to market. Is I'm like, I take all this stuff myself. Like, I believe in this stuff. Even if I made all these supplements, they just sat on the shelf, they wouldn't, because I take them. So I'm still making value, whether it's for me or for thee. So I like that, actually. I'll call that for me or for thee business. And that's kind of what I like, because if I'm going to be making something, it should be for me and for thee. And if it's really for me, then I'll have the confidence to actually like wait around until people buy it. Because I guess that's ultimately why I stopped doing the health coaching. Because I didn't really believe people weren't making the lifestyle changes. They weren't. And I'm like, I could get like my brother to and like my friends to, but in terms of like other people, it was very hard to like sell them on the permanent lifestyle change. So even though I believed in what I was doing, I didn't believe in selling it, because I didn't believe it was an easy sell, because I've never gotten health coaching myself either. So I'm like, that's the other thing. Like, I take supplements and I've never gotten health coaching. So I think ultimately we have the most success when we sell things that we use personally, because they're things that we understand intimately, so we're ultimately willing to put up with the challenges in developing and selling them. Like, I believe in community. Like, I like fitness communities, but I don't know. So I'll definitely experiment in growing fitness communities, but I believe in supplements, so that's what I'm taking to market. You know what I mean? It's like, you want to like, you got to believe in it, you know, you got to like really believe in it, and that's the fun of it. And that's like, it's like, I believe, and you just charge forward, and then you win, and it's awesome. So I just want to share a little bit of that excitement with you guys.